guys, welcome back to the channel for a new video. And in today's video, we'll be checking out the Crystal King Temple. We'll start by discussing the main build itself, and then each minifigure. So having said that, let's get started.
So here's the first section of the set. It's pretty much based as a staircase with a few small floating islands. I really like how this set they pull off the floating islands. It feels very natural, and we'll see more of that with the other part of this set. We also get some new golden weapons in this set, and I'll talk about those later, how these compare to the original golden weapons. Let me just fix this right here. And the play features in this set I think are pretty basic. It's mostly just like obstacles for the ninja. This is one of them, that you can lift up this crystal blade to block off the islands. One of the cooler ones here is you can move this staircase to the side. I think this one is definitely more interesting compared to the other play features. And then this one here is like, if there's a ninja standing here, you push this and it knocks them off. That one's not the best. But I think one of the really cool parts of the set is definitely these big crystal blades. It feels, I really like these. I love the design of them. I love how they're kind of jagged, and the colors definitely complement the rest of the set really nicely. We also get some smaller crystal blades too, such as this one, and over here this one as well. And I really like that. I like the floating islands as well, how we get these rock pieces at the bottom. It really adds to the floating effect that we see here as well. And let's take a look at the golden weapons also for a bit. This is the new Sword of Fire. It is probably the worst of the new golden weapons because it doesn't quite look like a sword. And the original one was pretty good, so I don't really see a point to have changed this at all. We also have the new Shurikens. Yeah, these are fine, I guess. I don't like see a point to have changed them either. The original ones were fine, but these ones are okay. These ones are not bad like the other ones, or like the Sword of Fire. And then we have the Nunchucks of Lightning. These ones are pretty good. Let me just get this off. Yeah, these ones are pretty good. I really like the new hilt piece. It feels a lot more accurate, I guess, or detailed. So yeah, that is the first part of the set. Now we'll take a look at the main area. So here's the bottom of the main area of the set. I think they really nail the floating island feel once again. We see these four vertical pieces just hold up the rest of the set pretty much, and I really like how they pulled that off here. Again, a lot of details at the bottom. We see a lot of these rock pieces and a lot of natural pieces, like this one with the vine. We see some of like these brown branch pieces as well. So I like how they kind of make it feel nature-like. They really blend it in with the environment. I think that's pretty cool. We do get a new Scythe of Quakes piece here, and this is probably the best of the new golden weapons because it really just improves the original one rather than just normal pieces. It's just one piece, and they have the design on here at this main area like it should be in the real show. So yeah, that is definitely the best of the new golden weapons. It feels like they actually do improve the original one. I love the decal pieces on this set as well. We have the Overlord symbol there, and I'm going to move the camera up so we can take a look at the upper area of the set, which is pretty good as well. We see a lot of these crystal pieces once again, and I really love how they just kind of stick out on the sides of the set. We have the big ones as well here, and I like how they're just kind of in the background compared to the main structure in the front, which we'll take a better look at soon. And then we get this cage, which I guess the idea here is you put a ninja in, and I like how this cage is pretty much dangling off the edge of the set, hanging on by these chains. It makes it feel kind of dangerous and definitely unique. If we go up to this throne, it's pretty good. I love the Overlord symbol in pink here, and the crystal pieces on the back are good too. I love these fangs as well on the side. And then if we go up way to the top, we just see the structure at the top of the set, which is pretty typical for Ninjago temples. We get this straw hat in purple, and just these kind of like a half circle with these pieces, and nothing too out of the ordinary there for Ninjago. And if we put it all together, it looks something like this. This set is one of those instances where it actually looks better in person than on the box art. It feels very complete here, and the idea of floating islands I think makes this set feel very unique and pretty cool, I think. My only criticism is that, like a lot of other sets, this set looks nothing like its counterpart in the show. The Crystal King Temple of the show actually looks like a real temple, not just a bunch of floating islands, and this is not at all accurate. This set also comes with one of these crystal bats that I guess we're going to see in the second part, and this one is, I don't know, it feels very like circular. This bat, it feels like you should be able to move it more, and you kind of can't really, and I think I just broke it. But yeah, this is one of the additions that comes in this set, and it's not too noteworthy. But we'll take a look at the minifigures now. So now taking a look at the ninja, first of all we have Kai, and this is pretty much one of those seasons where the ninja suits more or less look the exact same, which I don't think is a big problem as long as they look good. In seasons 2, 5, and 6, this was the case as well, but they're still, in my opinion, some of the best ninja suits. That being said, though, I probably won't spend too much time on each individual suit. But for this one with Kai, we have a lot of the dark red colors on the headband and on the sides, and I like the emphasis on that. I also like how with these minifigures, there are some differences. The belt and the knee pads vary from ninja to ninja, so I think that's one way to keep it different. The legacy mask is brought back for this season of Ninjago, and it's a pretty good mask, so I like to see it back here, and combined with the season 11 shoulder pauldron piece, I think that makes for a pretty nice minifigure. So yeah, that is Kai's, and next up we're going to take a look at Zayn's here. Zayn's is pretty good. It's not my favorite of the ninja suits, but it's not bad at all. This one has a lot of gray. We see the gray on the shoulders, or on the arms rather, and also a lot on the main torso itself. And there's some blue there as well, which I think is good too, on the headband and on the belt. I like with these torsos how we get these details, like these dots on the right and left sides of the torsos. So yeah, I think this Zayn minifigure is overall pretty good, but it's not my favorite. My favorite, though, would probably be Jay's minifigure. I really like this one. I love how they lean into the darker colors here, even more so than they did with the Kai minifigure, because here it feels like the dark blue is definitely the primary color on both the torso and the headband, and his brighter blue that he typically has is the secondary color. This one is really good. I love the contrast of the different shades of blue that we have here, and as usual, the rest of the torso and the details look really good too. So yeah, that was Jay, and now we're going to take a look at Cole's. Last but not least, I do like that there is definitely a lot of orange on this torso, at least in comparison to some of his past ninja suits. We see orange here on the belt and also a little bit on the torso, but not too much, and on his headband as well. And we see gray too. I think the suit is definitely a really nice combination of Cole's different colors. I like that we have gray on the arms, and I think overall it does a really good job in making the suit feel colorful and not too bland. So yeah, that was Cole's suit, and those were the 4 ninja suits. Overall pretty good. And now we get to check out the Overlord minifigure, the Crystal King. This is pretty much the final main villain minifigure of Ninjago, and it is a very good one at that. This minifigure feels very Overlord. It feels like they're taking the Overlord back to his roots and how he was when he first debuted in the series. I really feel like this minifigure presents him as this kind of strange, ancient, beast-like character, and that does feel kind of similar to how he was in Season 2, but not similar to how he was in Season 3, and I like that. I think this is definitely a better feel for the character. I really like the mask piece here. I do wish they'd gone with like a molded single-piece head rather than a mask on helmet. I think it might have looked better from the side, but overall it's not a big issue. At the front, we see the Overlord's eyes and his eyebrows, and I do wish they'd gone with some printed teeth, maybe in white. I think that would have stood out more, but again, it's not a huge issue. The horns are pretty good here as well. And the rest of the minifigure is really good. I like how this minifigure has that same trend as the ninja, with the arms being a different color from the rest of the minifigure. They are gold here, and I think that is a nice emphasis on that color for this minifigure. But definitely a highlight here is the level of detail on the torsos, which, yeah, it's really good here. I love the details in gold and a bit in purple/pink as well. We can even see the Overlord symbol under his mouth. You can't really see it too well here, but it's like over there. And I think this is a great minifigure. Brings back the forearm trend one final time for Ninjago using the Season 8 Garmadon extension piece. And yeah, overall it is a very, very good minifigure. A nice final villain for Ninjago. And here we have a Vengeance Warrior. The Vengeance Warriors are great as well. These ones I love that they go with a brand new piece for the head, just a single piece, no mask on helmet like they did with the Overlord. But this is great. There's so many transparent pieces here, and I like how it's not a symmetrical minifigure. You have the transparent leg here, but not over here. And then you have the transparent arms as well, and what looks to be a new armor piece too. And then of course you have the Overlord symbol there, and some more pink over here, and a crystal blade too. And I really like the shape of the headpiece. It just seems pretty scary, and again, leaning into these animal designs. Overall, great minifigures for this season.
Like I said, I think this is one of those sets that looks better in person than it does on the box art. So if you're kind of unsure about whether to get this set, I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, it's got a good minifigure selection. It's got a nice build. I do feel like the play features are not the best, and I would give this set an 8.5 out of 10. Overall, pretty good. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone, whatever you know, and share your thoughts on the Crystal King Temple below. And I'll see you guys next time.